Hey everybody, what's up? It's Adam Hopkins here with Hopkins Real Estate Group. Hope you're having a great day so far. I just wanted to go over six must-dos that you must be aware of before purchasing a home. These are going to be some great helpful tips for you as you get started going through the process. Number one, make sure you have a checklist. Whether you are doing anything significant in your life, a checklist is always an important thing to make sure that you're not missing anything important. And home buying can be a very emotional experience. So having a checklist makes sure that the things that are important to you, you're helping to keep the main thing the main thing. So that's number one. Number two, make sure that you are doing everything possible to strengthen your credit score. If you have a credit score in the mid to upper sixes, you're probably going to be paying higher points or fees up front. There are little things that you can do, and make sure that you speak with your lender often and early about things that you can do to get your credit score up in the 7s and 800 range, and that'll go a long way to saving you money. The number three thing, figure out what you can afford as far as not just what you can qualify for, but what are you comfortable with as far as your monthly payment, taxes, insurance. Once all those things are put together, you're going to be looking at what's called your debt to income ratio to make sure that you keep that at a reasonable percentage. The recommended amount is generally around 31% of what your total income. You want to keep that home payment below that, just as a rule of thumb. Number four, for saving for down payment and closing costs, this will also help as well. If you're using FHA financing, you're going to need a credit score of at least a 580 or higher, with the exception of VA loans for veterans. But don't forget the loan fees. So those are going to be, for a $200,000 loan, they're going to be anywhere from the $2,300 range to $4,000 range. So you're going to want to make sure that you budget for those ahead of time so that you don't have any surprises at the end. Also, number five, build a healthy savings account. Now, savings are always a good thing, whether you call it a rainy day fund or an emergency fund, whatever it may be. There's going to be expenses along the way, especially if this is your first time owning a home, especially within the first 3 to 6 months. There are going to be some things that you're going to want to have savings set aside for that will go a long way providing peace of mind for you with that. And the next is get pre-approved for a mortgage. It's so fast, it's so easy, it doesn't cost you anything. Usually with a 10 or 15 minute call over the phone, you can speak with a reputable lender. They can take a quick look at your credit report, verify your income history and employment, and like I said, in about 10 or 15 minutes you can get that pre-approval letter, and that's going to put you in a much stronger position to negotiate for the best possible price when you find the home that's perfect for you and your family. And without it, if you get into a multiple bid situation, if another buyer does have a pre-approval letter, you do not, it puts you at a significant disadvantage. And the next one, finally, buy a home that you like. You've got options out there, and don't settle for something if it's not something that you fall in love with. And typically what I've found in 14 years of doing this, within the first 90 seconds, buyers are either going to be in love with their home or they're not. So don't fight it. You don't try to make a home fit that might not be the best fit for you and your family. Of course, you want to be reasonable, because purchasing a home is a process of elimination. So go with the best choice that's available. But it goes back to, if you have a clear list of what's important to you, your finances are lined up, you've done your homework and your research, your realtor has communicated with you as far as what other options and what steps need to be taken, and all these things are lining up along the way, you're going to be at a comfort level where making that decision is going to be joyful and not one that you're going to regret. But it all comes down to buying a home that you like, being able to afford it, and it all starts with doing your homework up front. So hopefully these tips are helpful for you. If you have any questions, we're always here to help. Give us a call at 434-444-7136 or adamhopkins.net. And definitely make sure you find us on Facebook. We've got great daily tips, updates, our home of the day. We're all over social media too. So however we can be of help, please let us know. We're here to serve, and we appreciate the time. So we'll look forward to talking to you soon. See ya.